let's talk about periods. Hello friends, my name is Kaylee. I'm the founder of ZippNada, a sustainable lifestyle brand, and today we're going to talk about periods. And if you're like half the population that bleeds every month, this is for you. And I've gotten a couple questions throughout my zero waste career on zero waste periods. A lot of people are like, okay, but how do you do that? How do you have like a zero waste period? Well, I'm about to tell you. So the average woman throws away between 250 to 300 pounds of pads, tampons, and applicators in their lifetime. Pads are plastic-based, and they're actually 90% plastic. Pads contain harmful chemicals such as dioxin, chlorine, and rayon, and these absorb not only into your body, which affects you, but the environment when they're disposed, and it can contaminate groundwater. So that is no bueno. The average woman spends $120 a year on pads and tampons. Wow. What do people use? What are alternatives? So there are a lot of alternatives out there, and if you research into it, I found a couple strange ones, which I'm pretty open to try lots of stuff, but here's a little bit of advice. They sell reusable crocheted tampons. I would not use those, so please, 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 if that is something that you're considering, really look into that. That is because anything that you are sticking inside of you, you have to be really careful. You don't want any bacteria that could cause any problems. Same with sea sponges. I've seen a lot of zero wasters be like, oh, I have a humanely, I don't know how you humanely do that, but they have a sea sponge that they use, and I would be very careful with that. Those things are porous. It is very easy for bacteria to breed in that. So if you are looking for something that is like a tampon, I would either get 100% organic tampons, and you can find some that are minimally packaged, so that could, or with compostable packaging, which can help it be zero waste. Or I would get one of those Diva cups, which are those medical grade silicone cups that collect the blood, and I would do that. Those two are both safe alternatives opposed to the other ones. I feel like those are definitely not sanitary, and I would not risk your health. So what do I use? So my personal favorites are the reusable menstrual pads. So these are just like you would think they would be. They are made out of material, and it's just kind of cotton material. There's different layers inside, that's the absorbent part. And then they just have snaps, and you can just snap them on to your underwear and wear it like a normal pad. And they come in different sizes. Here's a smaller one, like a panty liner one, and then there are bigger ones. So I use the reusable pads, and those have worked really well. The first set that I ever made was when I was first starting zero waste, and I was too poor to buy them, but I really wanted them. So I took a bunch of scrap fabric I had, and I cut up a bunch of towels, and I ended up sewing my own. And those are a couple ones that I still use. I actually still have them. So they last a really long time if properly cared for. Another alternative are the period underwear. So this is just underwear that you can buy online, and it's specially made to be for your period. And with both of these alternatives, you can just throw them in the washing machine. There's really no crazy thing to it. That's pretty much all you do. You use it and wash it and reuse it. Now, a couple people that first see them, or they aren't very comfortable with the idea, they're just like, ew, that's disgusting, that's unsanitary. There's nothing unsanitary about menstrual blood. And I think a large part of that is because periods are still really taboo in this society. So I think as more awareness is brought up about women menstruating, being normal, the less taboo there will be, and the more I feel like these reusable alternatives will be used. These are also really great because you can fold them up really nice. And if you are worried about it being taboo and don't want to draw attention, that doesn't look like a pad now, does it? It looks like a little bag. So it doesn't really draw much attention. You can do the same with these little ones. So if you're younger, if you're in high school or middle school, and you don't want to draw a lot of attention, if you're really nervous about that, these are also a really good alternative for that, because a lot of people aren't going to know what these are. So these are perfect. Now when you're going places, people are like, oh, well, how do you change these if you're out and about? You can carry a little, they're called wet bags, but they're just bags, and when you're finished with it, you can just put these in the bags and then take it home and throw it in the wash. So this is just an example of the wet bag. It's just kind of a material, kind of what you would use for like diaper bags or something. And you can just plop these in there and then just take it with you. There's no smell, there's no odor, it won't leak on anything. It just kind of keeps it in one place. ZippNada, we also sell these. You can also make your own. You can just, get any kind of diaper bag material or an old diaper bag and just kind of cut it, sew it into a bag. There are also others available online if that's something you're interested in. Another big benefit about reusable pads or the underwear is that it's kind of a one-time buy. You buy them for, geez, I don't know what the average cost is. I know ZippNada, we sell them for $6 per pad. So you can get, a couple or one if you just want to try it out. But it's kind of a one-time purchase. So that one purchase is going to last you a really long time. There's really not much more to the whole reusable pad things. It's pretty easy, self-explanatory. I know a lot of people, if they're worried about stains, people soak them in vinegar and then immediately wash them. If you're lazy and don't have time for that, and you don't care about stains because nobody's ever gonna see it but yourself, you can just throw them in the washing next time you do laundry and there's no problem. I usually just kind of give it a quick rinse under the sink and then just throw it in when I do my laundry, and I've had absolutely no problems with that. They are comfortable, you get full cover, they are very absorbent, and you just throw them in the wash when you're done, and that's about it. Not very eventful. So if you're curious about wanting to give a zero waste period a try, I will link a bunch of resources below. It's really not, don't overthink it. It's not a huge deal. Half the population bleeds. Periods are a normal part of life for most people, and it's really not that gross. So that's all I have for you guys. Pretty quick, pretty easy, really simple. Let me know in the comments below if you have any more questions that you'd like me to dig a little deeper in related to zero waste periods. Would you ever try it? Are you comfortable with it? Again, I know it's kind of a taboo subject. What are your thoughts on it? Let me know. Thank you so much. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.